Hi, I'm Madison Cox from Lubbock, Texas, and it's time for Deck Pass Live.
You're watching Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity. This is day 3 of the Phillips 66 National Championships, not too far from the Golden Gate Bridge. We're at Stanford University, the beautiful Avery Aquatic Center, where a lot of electric swimming has been happening here. A lot of fresh faces getting their first national titles. Hi, everybody. I'm Geoff Cummings.
And I am Amy Van Dyken. And Geoff, today is one of those days where you don't know what to think. Are you happy? Are you sad? Because it is the end of an era, if you will.
Yes. Unfortunately, this morning was the final swim for Dana Vollmer in the 100 butterfly. She already announced before the meet that this was going to be her final competitive meet.
Right.
And she was going to close out her career with the 100 butterfly, the event that won her the gold medal in 2012, one of her many gold medals.
Correct.
And I thought it was very fitting to close it out not too far away from where she lives.
Well, exactly. She went to Cal, which is right down the road. It's like, what, a 20, 30-minute train ride? So, I thought it was great. She can have the whole family here.
I thought it was fitting.
Yeah.
And so the prelim swim, I think everybody was anticipating to see a good swim from Dana, and I'm sure she was anticipating something really good. Let's take a look and see how that race turned out. And she was going to be in lane number 2 there. She is circled there, so you could follow her all the way down the pool. And she was, I don't know what she was thinking, but probably a little bit of nerves about thinking this could be the last one.
Well, sure, because, this is the end of her career. This is what she has known ever since she's a young child, is swimming. And again, I've said it last night. I'm going to say it again. She's been nursing a shoulder injury. She finally started feeling well about maybe a month ago, started training for this. And it's got to be mixed emotions knowing that this is the last one.
So you see her next in lane 3 next to her, Natalie Hines was taking it out really fast. I don't know if that kind of threw Dana out of her comfort zone or what, and with all the other things that were going on in her head, but she was never truly able to get back up there and be competitive in this heat. And you could see that she's actually falling far behind, which with everybody who remembers Dana this is when she starts to really turn on that gear. This is what helped her be the first woman under 56 seconds in the 100 butterfly.
Well, she does. She has a different gear. When everyone else is kind of dying, she has that other gear, and you can see her finishing right there. And Reagan Smith actually won that heat, so we know that name.
Yes.
New up-and-comer for sure, and now she's turning into a butterflyer, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And Dana, I think, will think that that's a respectable swim. It was under a minute.
Right.
Was it close to her 56? No, it wasn't, but it was still really, really good, and it's respectable. And it's, again, Geoff, I go through how many emotions was she going through? Nervous for the event. Nervous because everyone who is watching knows that this could be it unless she qualifies for finals.
Yes.
And knowing that you've got to put up a great swim for your last one.
Exactly. And unfortunately, she did not get the ability to get that second swim tonight. She qualified 32nd out of all the ladies who swam, so not good enough to get a second swim. And we were talking about this earlier, is if that's her last swim, she probably looked and I kind of identified with it. My last swim was in the C final of the 100 breaststroke at the 1998 Nationals, and I turned around and was like, oh, I guess that was my last swim. I wasn't going out on my career on a good note, and I think I disagree with you thinking you went out on a bad note. I think having your last swim be at the Olympics is pretty darn good, Amy.
Well, it is good, and I walked away with a 4th place. I went the same exact time I went in 96 when I won the 50 free. So you're right. I shouldn't have been upset. I think I was more upset not at the placing or anything, but again, knowing that it was over in that moment. And you know what? I don't know. Again, mixed feelings, Geoff. I don't know.
I know. No mixed feelings for me. I was very sad that it was over, but I guess I was kind of like, well, let's move on to the next chapter in my life.
Exactly. And speaking of moving on.
Speaking of somebody who moves on and someone who knows Dana Vollmer very well, Claire Donahue joins us today.
Hello. Hi.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
So I just want to talk really quick, just because we were just talking about Dana. You raced with her a lot. You both were swimming the 100 butterfly at the 2012 London Olympics, so you got to know Dana very well. What memories do you have of racing with her?
Pretty much all my memories are racing with Dana, just because when I started to come on the scene was actually at this pool in 2011, and from then until I was done swimming, almost every big meet was with Dana. I think my favorite memory was probably at the London Olympics. That was when I really got to know Dana, and I think I realized that swimming is supposed to be fun. You know, you're sitting behind the blocks, you're sitting in the ready room, and you know, you're joking around and you're talking and you're not thinking about the race. And at that moment, I realized you swim faster, or I swim faster when you're just having fun and enjoying it.
Absolutely.
Well, when you're talking about how much you've swum with Dana and knowing Dana, what do you think? And you've had your last race. What do you think she was going through this morning when she was swimming that 100?
I think it's a little bittersweet. You know, it's exciting because you're gonna move on to the next chapter, and I think Dana has things lined up where she's got that in place. But I think it's sad. It was sad for me when I had my last race 2 years ago. You know, you want to go out on a best time, I think, and that for me, you know, that was sad when I didn't, and I think that was probably a little upsetting for her. But I think that she's probably, you know, she knew this was coming. She was kind of one of the things that we always talk about, you know, swim it like it's your last race, and I'm sure she did that.
Yeah.
And so I think it was a little fun for her.
Right. So you talked about, you know, you came on the scene at the 2011 Nationals. We actually have footage of that from you swimming in that race with Dana. It was so exciting to watch that because I always like that kind of blast from the past.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was yesterday.
Yeah. For you, it was like yesterday. For when we talk about our races, that's a long time ago. But you know, when you walked on the deck here for this meet, did it all just come rushing back?
And so I got to go to Junior Nationals last year. That came rushing back. This year it's kind of cool. It's neat being a coach and having a different look on things, but it was more than anything, it was just kind of a cool kind of like, oh wow, and thinking back, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now, you talk about being a coach, right? You made that transition immediately from swimmer to coach.
Right.
How was that for you? Was it an easy transition?
It was very different. So I had decided I wanted to coach, and then I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it full time. And I was like, you know, if I'm going to do this, I want to go full in. And so I started coaching, and I think the biggest thing I realized is that it's tough. And, you know, you swim so long, and you're so into it, and you're like, oh, I know everything, but there's so much planning and so much that goes into it. And I think, to be honest, that's why I enjoy coaching so much, is because there's just so much that does go into it.
And you're now coaching at TAC Titans.
I am.
With your former coach, Bruce.
Yeah. Well,
what is it like to be now kind of co-workers?
Oh, it's very different, but good, because some of the sets that we do, I did. And so I know it makes it a lot easier to coach under someone that coached me, because I know the plan, I know why we're doing things, and I think that's why it works so well together.
Do you think that being at the level that you were at, you know, gold medalist, all the things, has helped you be a better coach? Do you think that former swimmers make better coaches?
I think so. If they're in it and they want to do it and they have a passion for it, absolutely yes. I think having that perspective of, you know, swimming so long, the biggest thing I learned my last few years of actually swimming was the mental side of it. And so I noticed that that's the biggest piece that I brought to it immediately, is understanding a little bit of the nerves and why they're upset, and being able to manage that well. So I think that part was really easy kind of transition for me.
Let's give a chance for you to give a shout out to some of the swimmers who've been doing really well at this meet. Who's been doing some good swims here?
So for my swimmers,
yes.
Well, so we had on the first night Charlotte Hook. She made it into the B final, and then goes like the fourth fastest time of the whole meet, 2:07 in the 200 fly, and it was awesome. It was so much fun to watch, and the best part about that race was just the smile. You know, she touches and drops 2.5 seconds.
Wow.
You know, I think that's a big reason why coaches do what they do, is the smile at the end of that race.
Yeah.
And then Claire Curzan swam the 100 fly, 2 flyers this morning, and dropped about a little over half a second in the morning swim, which is really good for her. She'll come back in the A final tonight. I think she's 4th right now. So those two have been doing well. We've got Brooke Zettel, who's here. So it's kind of fun watching them swim their races at an elite level and kind of seeing the process they go through.
I'm sorry, Geoff. One of the questions that I always get asked, right, is, well, do you still swim? So Claire,
all the time.
Do you still swim?
Every so often. I still love it. I still get in every so often. Sometimes I'll get in the routine of, oh, I'm swimming 3 days a week, but that's the most I'll ever do. Right now it's been a few months, but yeah, I'll get in every so often.
So was that easy for you to do, to just say, okay, I'm just going to swim around for fitness, to just let that competitive training side go?
Well, it's funny because some people even ask, oh, Claire, are you going to come back for 2020? And I was like, it's so hard to train and you're in it so much. And so it was easy because I enjoy coaching so much and because of how hard the training is, it was easy to make the decision. You know, let's just swim around. If I want to swim an hour, I can. If I want to swim 30 minutes, that's the best part.
Yeah. Well, that's really good, Claire. It's so great to have you here.
I know, it's so nice to be here.
Just reminisce about your life and what you're doing now. And I know all the swimmers that you're working with, the Tech Titans, are grateful to have you on
thank you.
deck.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Well,
Thanks for joining us.
I'm living the dream here. I'm sitting between 2 Olympic gold medalists.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes, you do. Just soak in the glory
I
of
soak
us.
it in every day. Sometimes I have to pinch myself sometimes. Just imagine if you're a teenager and you get to talk to an Olympic gold medalist.
Hi, my name is Brendan, and I am at the Phillips 66 National Championships. Today, I'm talking with Jason Lezak and Colin Jones. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Oh, stop.
There you go.
Now, Jason, who do you think is the best person to take on a road trip? No dogs, Colin.
Okay. He's actually a great person to take on a road trip.
You don't have to say that just because he's here.
That's partly why I did say that.
I would say Jason as well, because Jason and I, we've been on a couple of teams.
Be honest.
Okay, you want me to be
You both have wives here, guys.
Yes, that's true. I was, that was going to be my second person. So,
Of course.
yeah. Next to Jason, my wife.
Yes, Jason. How do you feel about that?
I feel really good right now. My ego's boosted.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, definitely Star Wars. I am not into Star Trek
Good.
at all.
I was scared for a moment there.
Oh!
What's up?
Star Wars versus Star Trek? Don't say Star Trek.
Don't look at me.
We'll kick you out.
Honest.
We'll kick you out. Just say it. Hurry.
Star Trek.
No, get out of here. You have to leave. Now you have to leave. Yeah, you just say it. It's okay, it happens. And now, we've already asked who's the best person taking a road trip. Who is not? And you guys can't say each other. That's not how it works.
Ryan, now.
Hey, man, you got this.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I can swim a world record right now. All right, thanks, guys, for this amazing interview. I'm Brendan, as you know, and I'll be here all week.
I love Brendan, our kid reporter. He did such a great job asking the questions. And there's also someone else who likes to ask questions. If you don't know this, Geoff Cummings is basically like, you are the encyclopedia of swimming, and you love to like stump people. I know you've got a question for us.
I do. I have a question for you and for our viewers. I challenge you to get this question right. There are 4 parts to it. So, who are, as of 2000, from 2000 now, okay, don't think about 2000, before 2000, who are the youngest and the oldest USA Swimming National Champions, male and female? So you got 4 names to think of: the youngest male and oldest, youngest male and youngest female, and the oldest male and oldest female.
Okay.
I give you a chance to think of any name.
Do you want me to guess right now?
Well, let's give everybody a chance to think about this. We're going to give you the answer tonight on Deck Pass Live, so you've got to come back if you want to know who the answers are. No Googling. Just try to think about it. You can go on USA Swimming's website, see if you can kind of do the research. I don't think you can Google, because I tried to Google it, and I couldn't really find it. And I would be really curious to see if anybody really gets this right.
How about this? While you're thinking about it today and you have your answers, you can tweet us at Amy Van Dyken
or at Jeff Swim and let us know what you think. And we may say you're close or you're in the ballpark. We won't say yes or no, because we want you to definitely wait until tonight's show.
And if you get them, if you get all 4, we will announce you and your Twitter handle on the show tonight.
Yes, you're going to be famous. So I think I think 2 of the names are going to be easy for people to think of. The other 2, I got to tell you, I didn't think that was true, but our lovely, awesome statistician Larry Herr did a great job of researching this for us. So again, come back for Deck Pass Live tonight. You're going to be surprised at the answers. The youngest and the oldest male and female USA Swimming National Champions from 2000 until right now.
Okay, this is going to be a hard one. I'm not going to Google, and I will tweet you when I have my answers so that I can be famous, because apparently you can be famous.
Yeah, you're going to be famous. Amy doesn't know anything about fame. We're going to give her chance in the spotlight.
Please do. I've never had it. I want it.
All right, so let's talk about what's going to be in the pool tonight at USA Swimming Phillips 66 National Championships. We got the women's and men's 400 IM, and we've got the women's and men's 100 butterfly.
Yeah.
That women's 400 IM actually is going to be pretty exciting.
That women's women's 400 IM with Miss Cox in there. She is en fuego this week, so it's going to be fun to watch.
And I'm anxious to see how Brooke Forty and Allie McHugh do. They were both representing Team USA at the World Championships. See if they can kind of rally. I know Brooke Forty was not happy that she didn't make the final. Allie McHugh did make the final at World Championships, so we'll see if she can improve on that. Men's 400 IM is going to be great. The men's 100 butterfly is going to be exciting. I'm anxious to see what Reagan Smith could do in that women's 100 fly. I think, you know, she's just trying to set up her program for Olympic trials and see how many events she can qualify for. And maybe surprise some people with multiple events.
Exactly. Someone else that's going to surprise people with multiple events is Luca Orlando, who also has qualified in the men's 100 butterfly. And we're going to see what he can do tonight.
And Maxim Rooney went 50.6 in that 100 butterfly this morning, surprising people. I knew he could do butterfly, but never 50.6 100 butterfly.
Listen, we had breakfast here this morning, and there was some hot salsa. I think these swimmers have eaten the hot salsa, and they are just, they caught fire.
I think so.
En fuego.
Yeah, smoke was coming out of the pool in those 100 butterflies. It was really intense. You don't want to miss that tonight on NBCSN. Steve Schlesinger and Roddy Gaines are going to be calling that, and then come right to us, Deck Pass Live. We're going to be talking about it. We'll have a lovely guest on the show. And again, we're going to have that answer to that trivia question you do not want to miss. A lot of great things you do not want to miss tonight.
And we are on earlier tonight,
Yes,
Geoff.
a little bit earlier at 9:15 Eastern, 6:15 Pacific time. So definitely don't want to miss it. Don't set your clocks for right now. Do not miss it because we're not going to wait for you. We're not going to wait because we definitely.
You're going to wait for me? I'm setting my timer.
Yeah, set your alarm.
All right, there we go. It's done.
All right, so that's all set. I'm going to be here, and we're going to see you tonight. Remember, 6:15 Pacific, 9:15 Eastern, Deck Pass Live on usaswimming.org. So that's going to do it for us today here. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you back here tonight.